Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
So here are the Bears backed up to start their initial drive.
They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
It's a pretty bland game he had last time out. Ended up throwing one interception. Didn't have a touchdown to offset it. But the team found a way to win. He found a way to lean on other parts of the offense that carried them through.
And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
To throw is Fields. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Picked off at the 24. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line. So out come the Texans in great starting field position. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
And I'll bet right now just one thought in his mind.
Win the game, yeah.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. He played pretty well. I mean, he didn't turn over the ball in terms of interceptions,
no,
right?
2 touchdown passes last week.
2 touchdown passes, but when your team doesn't win, that's just hollow. And the best quarterbacks don't care about anything but whether or not their team won.
And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down.
And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had the incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Adams.
And this pass broken up. The contact, little time there, and now 4th down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Now the Texans are going to call on the field goal unit. Tucker's kick is good. And it's now 3-0 Texans. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. Here comes Justin Fields and the rest of the Bears offense.
He'll look to shake off the interception on the opening drive. He should at least be comforted that it resulted in 3, not 6.
And if I were him, I would be the guy all the way out on the field greeting my defense now, saying thanks a lot. You held them to a field goal after I turned it over. That's a big defensive stand for them. He needs to go out now and make up for what he did on the first drive.
Going deep for Montgomery. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Here comes the Bears punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Gets past one man. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Adams.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Adams. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Chandler Jones. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
He's got his man. It's the tight end, Brevin Jordan. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
Now Adams on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Back to throw. Adams. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Again, he'll drop to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long.
Operating from the gun. Adams. It's caught. Tolbert. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. Adams. He finds his man. Complete. That's Little.
And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
All right, let's just walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Let's go, boys. And coming into this ball game, this was an offense that wasn't just talking about the notion of ball control. They were preaching it. They wanted to win the time of possession battle, and they've done so here. This drive's taken up quite a bit of the first quarter. Now they are set up 1st and goal.
They'll run with Dobbins.
And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 23 carries, 72 yards, and a touchdown.
And we all know he had a big workload last week, so I'm eager to see if they decide to back him off a little bit. Personally, I hand it to him 20-plus times again. When a running back's locked in like he is, I want him to keep touching the football.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. A huge win defensively there on the sack, setting him back 12 yards. And now 3rd and goal. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Adams. And that will be incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Man, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
And he doesn't even get this to the 10. He's taken down at the 9.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
On 1st down, Fields.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Fields.
He's going to float this over the middle, deep. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. A huge play there for Chicago.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. A give. This is Montgomery. Powers by at the 40. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. In a word, I would say productive, finding the end zone 3 different times.
Is it possible that you're really underselling it? 3 touchdowns, just going to call him productive?
What do you want?
This guy had a nose for the end zone.
He was good.
Had a snoot full, didn't he? How about that? Big-time game.
Back to Montgomery on 2nd down.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
On play action, Fields.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd and 10.
Fields.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Eluding the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. A first trip to the red zone for the Bears. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18.
Here's Fields.
And he finds Montgomery complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches.
Now Fields.
Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he picks up the 1st as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. 6-0 our score after one. Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession. A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. They'll try the left side. It's Carson. He had to fight that time. Ran through one tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage. Second down and goal. Fields. And he's got his man in stride, complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync.
And he will fight his way in. Not giving up there. He's got a Bears touchdown. David Montgomery, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bears can grab the lead with the extra point. So it was the passing game that got him down here. The closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Tucker McCann now for the extra point. He's got it, and they take the lead at 7-6. So that drive spans 13 plays. And it was David Montgomery's touchdown run that polished it all off. McCann's got it teed up. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Off play action. Adams. He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield. The Texans on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Adams. He's going to loft one. Deep left side here. And a high throw there as this is knocked away. Down to the ground and incomplete. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Back deep is a very dangerous Mike Hughes. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bears take over. So here are the Bears to take over on offense. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. Fields. Over the middle to Beckham. 7 yards, the pickup there. On 2nd down now. It's Montgomery. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. On 2nd down, It's Montgomery, and he's going to be close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Texans' 44. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. The Bears on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
That's complete right side to Kmet. And he will have the Bears first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Out of the gun, Fields.
Flush to his right, and he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. From the gun, here's Fields.
Escaping the pressure right, and he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
On first down, Carson, and he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
2nd and 11 now. Fields now to throw.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Back to throw, Fields.
He's going to go up top for the end zone.
And he's got Mooney in the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Darnell Mooney,
his first touchdown on the year as the Bears push further out in front. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
extra point by McCann, up and good.
And the lead is up to 8. A 10-play drive that time. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago.
McCann's got it teed up. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion, but this time,
it got his man complete. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. A huge play there for Houston.
We saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and And that throw, that was a thing to behold there.
And I'm really not sure what was more impressive about that throw. Was it the distance traveled or the accuracy involved? Because I'm going to tell you straight up, when you're trying to hit a guy in stride that far downfield, there's nothing easy about it. But he sure made it look easy there.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's caught.
And the Texans are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in-vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
They'll try to run with Dobbins. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. J.K. Dobbins. His 6th touchdown of the season. And now the Texans are within a 2-point conversion of tying up this game.
So the first drive ended in 3. This time they take it down and punch it in the end zone.
So that first drive felt like they were just gathering knowledge, didn't it? Just enough to kick the field goal on the first one. And the second time they put it all together and got it all the way to the end zone.
A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And this is now a 1-point game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes Justin Fields and the rest of the Bears offense.
And he had the touchdown on the last drive, also 4 for 4. Very, very effective. What does he need to do to translate that forward into this drive?
Not think that what he saw in coverages last time is exactly what he's going to get again. He's got to play ahead and start thinking to himself, okay, we just did that. What are they going to take away now? What do we go to as a counter? And continue to encourage his offensive line to continue to give him time.
They were really good on the last drive.
Now, that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. To throw again on 2nd down. Fields. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack.
Jonathan Grenard.
Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long.
Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Here comes the Bears punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. So a change of possession here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half.
And the Texans going to get the football one final time here in this first half. And they really won't have much time to work with. Just 19 seconds showing on the clock.
19 seconds showing to play in the half as they come up here 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we come upon halftime here at Soldier Field with the Bears out in front as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Hi again, everybody. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the league here in the unofficial midway point, Week 8 of the NFL season. We'll start over in Texas at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. And that game tied at 7 in the second quarter. From there, we head down south to Tampa to check on the Bucs at home at Raymond James Stadium. And they've got the lead in their ball game over the visiting New Orleans Saints. The Bucs trying to finish that one off and claim victory. Moving on, let's take a look at the next-gen stats for the Texans in that first half. And they weren't able to get a whole lot done throwing the football. That'll likely be a big key if they want to turn things around in the second half. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they too found some success throwing the football. But I think both teams would say there's room for improvement in the second half.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Here's Isaiah Rodgers to return. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Texans getting ready to go here to begin the third quarter. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you
can't get away, and he's taken down. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down.
So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter.
Now a throw here to his running back, and they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. He's going to fire one deep left sideline.
And that almost intercepted. Oh, they would have loved to have their first pick of the game right there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 55 rushing yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
7 yards, the pickup there.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there, couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Now it's Fields. That's complete to Mooney.
A gain of 6 there on first.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
To throw again on second down.
Fields.
Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 14. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
Flushed out right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt.
McCann's kick is good.
And that'll move their lead up to 4 now. So a good kick there. They put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defense is awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Houston set to take over.
And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Adams
got this into the hands of the tight end, Jordan.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Looking to throw. Adams. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. Touchdown, Houston.
And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And you'd think on 3rd down, they'd just be looking for something right beyond the sticks. And I think they caught the defense flat-footed as a result, because they decided they were going to take a shot right there, and it ended up being a big play.
And that throw, amazingly, well over 70 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats. Wow.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that gives them a 3-point lead. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it results in the Texans finding the end zone. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Chicago offense set to get started.
And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Now he dumps this off over the middle.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Handoff comes to Montgomery. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
71 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Fields.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
He's picked off at his own 46. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
So here are the Texans to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down.
And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. Adams. And able to find Higbee. It's complete.
And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw. Adams. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, listen, when you've got the lead, there's absolutely no sense trying to fit a ball in where you shouldn't. You can see the coaching in his head taking place on that play because he saw he had a receiver in the area.
And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Boy, Charles, that time he took a bad situation and made it worse.
Yeah, you're almost putting together a nice little song there, aren't you? Because it's something you'll see from young quarterbacks. They have that tendency to retreat backwards instead of stepping up in the pocket.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Adams going for it all. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. This from 44 yards away. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So that one is his 3rd of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high, as he once had 6 field goals.
Brandon, but 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Okay, can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. To throw once more on 2nd and 10.
Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Soldier Field. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham.
And he will have the Bears first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
On 1st down, it's Fields.
Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
1st and 10, 48-yard line. Fields on 1st down.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground.
Jonathan Grenard
in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
On 2nd down, Montgomery finding some room at midfield. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The Bears on 3rd down. They've had plenty of success. 8 conversions, looking for a 9th. Here it's 3rd and 3.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting.
And the Texans are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
The Texans on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This time it's 3rd and 3. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
They'll run on 1st down. Dobbins, they'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Adams.
And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
Here's Adams on third down. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on third down.
Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. Tucker's kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So that's, CD, an important one here in the fourth quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly.
They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Hey, 4 down.
On 2nd and 9, Fields. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Jadeveon Clowney, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And now the football's going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line. And now out comes Houston. They can thank their defense for another stop, and now look at the score, where they've got the football. They're looking pretty good.
They're looking excellent because now you're thinking to yourself, let's just take some time off the clock, work it down, and, of course, you put another touchdown on the board, you can pretty much say bye-bye.
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. J.K. Dobbins. He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Texans look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead.
Now the Houston offense is going to stay out there as they'll try for 2. And he will get into the end zone to bump the lead up to 3 scores. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10.
And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
To throw is Fields. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Looking to throw. Fields.
And this will be caught by Mooney. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Now a first down throw, Fields.
And he will find his man on the end route, complete.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
From the 50, here's Fields.
Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
Well, sometimes despite the best planning, the defense actually has a plan as well, and they blanketed everyone on that play. They were able to close it down and spill him for a loss.
Here's Fields.
He's going to sling this deep downfield, and this one is incomplete. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
They snap it to Fields.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 36.
Here's Fields.
He finds his target, Beckham. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
Fields throwing again.
He'll leave it for Montgomery, complete. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning.
On 1st down, Fields.
And that's off the mark, incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Now Fields.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game.
So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long. 3rd and long. It's Fields.
He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Odell Beckham. His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Bears have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by McCann, up and good.
And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the effort snuffed out. The Texans' hands team recovers. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. On 1st down, Dobbins. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
They'll go again with Dobbins.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
Let's go.
Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And they will take a knee here.
2nd and 11. Here's a give to Dobbins.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
Well, they went back to it, but the results were similar, so I highly doubt that he'll get another opportunity here on 3rd and long.
The last 2 plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. Down to a knee here as the Texans look to let the clock roll. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for the Texans,
they're back to 500 as they move to 4-4 on the year.
And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Jacksonville to take on the Jaguars. Meanwhile, for Chicago, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills.